in mixed martial arts. Oh, and that one landed!
Boxing fans, navigate through all the fights on the card and go round by round to relive the action you want to see, only with DAZN.
We make it official today, gents.
Yeah? It gets no bigger than this. Like, I'm buzzing. Just give me that first bell of the first fight now.
Let's get ready to rumble!
What a finish. Fantastic goal. For Barcelona.
Playing a Clásico in Camp Nou means everything. Most of these players are Barcelona fans.
Fue increíble, la verdad.
He was born to be the phenomenon.
In the space of 6 years, he'd gone from being a raw novice to going in with one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
This is all about the fan zone, and we want everyone at home, don't we, to get involved. Scanning that QR code for our UK and US viewers, get involved. We want to know what you guys are thinking.
Garcia just did this to that fight.
Utterly ruthless.
All roads leads to Riyadh this week as the eyes of the boxing world set their sights on Saudi Arabia. We're back in the Greek district of the magnificent Boulevard World Complex as the countdown to knockout chaos continues with the official press conference. Here we go, day 3. Day 1 was eventful, day 2 was exciting, day 3 could get very interesting because day 3 is press conference day and anything can happen at the press conference because they're going to go nose to nose, they're going to do the face-offs, they're going to do a bit of everything today. Adi Ladipo, a couple of former world champions, as always with me throughout the week, Darren Barker and Barry Jones. Gents, as I said, day 1 was exciting, day 2 was good to see them, you know, throw a bit of hands. Some did, some didn't. What are you expecting from the press conference today, Daz?
Well, it's their opportunity to have their last say. I expect a few of them to bite. We get very, very close now to fight night.
Yeah.
And that usually is when tempers are flaring a little bit. You're a little bit aggressive, a little bit angry, and you're just desperate to get into the ring. So sometimes you do get fighters saying things they don't really want to say, but they get it off their chest. So yeah, hopefully we have a few back and forths, but I'm just so excited for Friday night. I cannot wait for that first bell.
I will say this as well, some news for you fight fans back home. We do have another fight on this card. It was on, off. It certainly is on, and I'm talking about Madrimov versus Kurbanov. Remember, they fight for the vacant WBA 154-pound title. If the card couldn't get any bigger, Barry, it's just gone up another level.
And this is a great world title fight. It really is. You've got two really tricky operators, really clever, smart boxers who carry power as well. Certainly Madrimov, I think, who's on a real roll. Kurbanov undefeated in many fights than Madrimov. So it's a real step up for Madrimov, I feel. But I think know, if he gets it right, because he has probably the better feet of the two, that he should get the win. But either way, it's a fascinating fight and a really good addition.
Yeah, there will be 2 press conferences as well. Obviously, we're going to do the undercard and a portion of the main card. And then we've got our 3 main events, really. We're going to have Nick Ball versus Ray Vargas up there. Obviously, Zhili Zhang versus Joseph Parker. And then, obviously, we're going to have Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Anyway, as I always do for these events, every time I come here, I like to study a little bit. That's what I do. I like to study in the morning and the daytime. Whilst I was studying, what were these guys doing?
Hey, this isn't so bad. Oh my God, why did you do this? Only for you, Francis, would I do this.
Let the record show everyone is here except for one person, Adeola Dipo, the coward. Just let the record show he is not here. Coward.
Not a coward, as I said before I showed you that little clip, I was studying.
So
there's a difference between being a coward and studying.
Take the shame. Take the shame. You never turned up. You didn't turn up.
I was scared, but you can see why. Look at their faces. Look at him. Did you see his face? From a hard man of boxing, did you see his face? Look good. You can see the QR code on the screen right now. Make sure you scan that QR code because you do not want to miss what is going to be, I think, an historic Friday here in Riyadh.
Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th. Joshua versus Ngannou. His earthquaking power shocked the world. The left fury floored.
Big shot from Ngannou.
Now back into the ring. He seeks to knock down and knock out. But AJ is back. The pursuit of 3 times world champ is on. It's all to fight for in knockout chaos. Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th.
By the way, the big man is just there. And when I say big man, Tyson Fury is just there. We're going to try and grab the former unified heavyweight champion of the world, now WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Remember, unbeaten as well, takes on Alexander Usyk May 18th. We're trying to get a word from him, but I think we are ready to get the show on the road. So let's throw it to your MC, Mr. Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first of 2 press conferences as we get ready for Knockout Chaos, a great night of professional boxing action live this Friday from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is being brought to you by Frank Lauren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Event Center, the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick, and Sella. Let's now begin and welcome our participants. First, here is Juan Torres.
Ain't no hold'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up.
Andre Rampage Nowitzki. Let's welcome Siad Zizo Almaayu. Let's welcome Louis the Medway Mauler Green. Let's welcome Jack the Pilgrim McCann. Let's welcome Kevin, the KO Kid, Lorino. Let's welcome Justice Hooney. Let's welcome Gavin Gwynn.
Saturday night, I'm more eager. I'm from Cardiff and I love Cardiff, but I'm not Cardiff when I play FIFA. Rocks up at this time of morning, calling. All of my heads that's not yawning, morning. Bottle of brandy still pouring. Gotta get a taxi home, I'm not walking. Rocks up at this time of morning.
Let's welcome Mark Thunder Chamberlain.
We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. Tomorrow comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who want to profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose.
Let's welcome Magomed Black Lion Kurbanov.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Let's welcome Israel, the Dream Madrimov. Let's welcome Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing.
Hey, Majestic, you know we finally here, right?
Well,
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday.
Let's welcome International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotions. Here now is your host, Mr. Deb Sonny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Thomas Schreiber. Thank you very much, Thomas Schreiber. Got a bit of a mic issue, but thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Majestic, as well. Some tremendous ring walk anthems there. Hello, hello, wherever you are joining us around the world. Welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Welcome to Riyadh, and welcome to the biggest boxing show of the year so far. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Knockout Chaos. Two of the most ferocious beasts that walk the planet will collide this Friday night for your viewing pleasure. Former two-time unified world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, a resurgent, a hard-hitting Anthony Joshua, takes on the lineal MMA heavyweight champion, the man they call the Predator, Francis Ngannou. It's all part of Riyadh season, and Riyadh season really has become the global home for big-time boxing. Over the last few months and going up to the end of May, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Riyadh would have played host to some of the biggest boxing events to take place in recent years. It all started with the battle of the baddest, Fury versus Ngannou. I can see Fury in front of me here. It all started back in October with that big event. We moved on to the Day of Reckoning, the star-studded Day of Reckoning in December. We have this Friday night, we have Knockout Chaos. And then, of course, May 18th, the real date for your calendar, right here in Riyadh. The first undisputed heavyweight championship fight of the four-belt era. Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk will be taking place right here in the Kingdom. So, We'd like to, at this point, thank the people who have, of course, made all of this possible, this huge event. Firstly, let's please explain our thanks to His Royal Highness, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. And His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. And, of course, His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al Sheikh. And a big thanks to all of the teams of GIA, Riyadh Season and Seller as we continue to work together to deliver historic nights in the Kingdom. Now, this event is live in the UK on Sky Sports Box Office and DAZN pay-per-view, and live around the world on DAZN. Very shortly, we'll be hearing from some of the main characters: Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, Big Bang Zhang, Joe Parker, Ray Vargas and Nick Ball. But first, we're talking about special moments on Friday. There's a lot of fighters here that could get some special moments of their own. Let's bring in a couple of big-time promoters. It's all about big-time boxing. Let's bring in the big-time promoters making this all happen. Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren, I'm going to come to you first. You know you've got a big show when you have to split the press conference into two.
Exactly. I mean, it's a mega show, fantastic event. First one this year here for Riyadh Season. And we're all looking forward to it. And as you say, there's some, look how many boxers are going to be here, and look at the quality of what the matching is. Some fabulous fights.
And Eddie, this is something quite special, isn't it?
Unbelievable. I mean, welcome everybody. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. And of course, thank you to, as you said earlier, the Crown Prince, His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh, who has become one of our favourite people in boxing, not just because he's delivering the fights the fans want to see, but his passion, his enthusiasm. And I think I speak on behalf of everybody here, the fighters, when I tell you that this place is special. It feels like a second home for us. We've been here, every other month now. People always ask me what it's like in Saudi Arabia. Come and see it for yourself. Incredible. I think this fight card, pound for pound, is actually better than the Day of Reckoning card, top to bottom. I think there's some fantastic fights on the card. Of course, you've got Zhang against Parker coming up in the second press conference, but look out specifically for these two guys. Israel Madrimov against Kurbanov, 10-0 undefeated against 25-0. That fight just officially been made for the WBA Super Welterweight World Championship, the full title. Our heavyweight charge, Justice Huni against Kevin Lorena. Frank's guy, Nick Ball, going for the WBC world title against Ray Vargas. Tremendous fight. And, of course, His Excellency's favourite, Mark Chamberlain, against Gavin Green. It's a domestic blockbuster, so can't wait. Huge main event, huge undercard, another blockbuster here in Riyadh.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Frank. Let's speak to some of the fighters involved. We've got a very intriguing heavyweight fight between an unbeaten Ukrainian giant here in Andrei Novitsky, who you can see at the end of the table. He came onto the live stream yesterday and he blocked out the sun. He's an absolute giant. He takes on Juan Torres. Now, this fight is in association with Boston Boxing Promotions. Now, I'll start with you, Juan Torres. It's a big opportunity for you. You're coming all the way from Texas. You're a bit of a rough and tough fighter from Texas. What does this mean to you this night?
I'm definitely excited about the opportunity, but I've been on the big stages before. The lights, the cameras, they don't bother me. I'm just here to swing and bang.
Well, the guy that you're fighting, look, as I mentioned, he's a big guy, big Ukrainian giant. What's the plan here? How are you going to take him out?
I got to take him out with body shots. I mean, he'd be dumb to not know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay inside and I'm going to tear his body up.
Well, I spoke to Novitsky earlier in the week, and he said to me he's going to give you no chance to punch him, and he plans on winning by KO. So that sounds like a difficult night.
I've never even hit the mat, so good luck with that.
Okay, well, let's bring in Andrei Novitsky. Andrei, right on the other end of the table, a big moment for you. We know all about Ukrainian heavyweight giants. We've seen a few. They tend to do quite well. Tell us how you're looking forward to Friday.
Hello, Saudi Arabia. I want to show you a good stuff fight, and I want to show you my skills in my fight, and I can show you a very good boxing.
And this man here, he plans on taking apart your body on Friday night. What do you think about that? No problem. No problem at all. Okay, what's your fight prediction then, Andre? What's going to happen?
Yeah, I show you the box in my fight. Yeah.
Fantastic. We look forward to it. Cracking heavyweight fight to start off. Juan Torres and Andre Nowitzki. Let's talk to a young man whose surname you'll certainly be familiar with. He is the brother of Tyson. He is the brother of Tommy. He is the son of Big John, of course. It's Roman Fury down the other end of the table. And Roman, I mean, this is a big moment for you. It must be quite a proud moment to follow in your brother's footsteps and be on a show here in Riyadh.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia again. It's a beautiful place. It's my third time out here in the space of a year, so I feel like, you know, a bit of a resident. But I'm not complaining, and yeah, I'm the third Fury in line. It's now my time to make a name for myself and get people talking about me, you know, so that's what I'm going to do Friday night.
And you're a bit of a latecomer to boxing as well. It's not something you just started doing straight away, but I guess with fighting blood running through your veins, it was inevitable, right?
Yeah, listen, what's in you will come out here, and I've always wanted to do it, but I never found the time, and then, you know, things happened at the right time for me, and here we are today. It's my fourth fight, and things are moving nicely. So as long as I keep working hard and training hard in the gym, you know, my belief's there, my belief in my power's there now, so the good performances will come, and I'm sure the good things will come as well.
And last time out, we saw a stoppage from you. It was a great sort of viral moment. Your family was ringside going absolutely crazy. Can we see the same again on Friday?
100%. You know, I'm not going to go out my way looking for it. I'm just going to box, and I'm sure it'll come. But put it this way, I'm very confident they KO.
And of course, Tyson is here. I'm looking at him now, but from your kind of understanding, has he got any mischief planned?
What was that, sorry?
Has Tyson Fury got any mischief planned this week?
I don't know, you'll have to ask him, but knowing Tyson, I'm sure he will do.
Good stuff. Good luck to you, Roman Fury. Let's keep things moving with a young man sat next to me here who is becoming a bit of a flag bearer for Saudi boxing. They call him Zizo. Am I good to call you Zizo? No, we're going to have to sort of share a mic, which is interesting. Thanks for that, guys. Zizo, look, just tell us how proud you are. I mean, I know you love Saudi Arabia, you love representing Saudi as well, and now you're doing it on this incredible stage.
Yeah, first I want to kick things off by thanking the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for the opportunity and the empowerment to represent Saudi Arabia, be that flag bearer, like you said, and of course, the president of the General Entertainment Authority, who is now the #1 most influential figure in boxing, His Excellency Turki al-Sheikh. And yeah, just going back to what you said, I feel like a superhero. You know, I feel like a superhero sat in front of superheroes of my own that have turned me into the hero I am today for the Saudi people. And by the way, Saudi Arabia, I love you, and I can't wait for Friday. And earlier before, Eddie Hearn said this is a very special place. And a special place delivers special people. And you're looking at one of them, and you know, it's a lot of pressure. But thankfully, it falls on the back of someone who can crack. And that's what I want to do Friday night. You know, I want to represent my country. This is a larger than life story. This is a bigger than boxing story where you get to be the forefront of change. And this is what I'm here to do.
Listen, I haven't got many questions for you. I think you kind of said it all there, but what kind of performance can we expect from you on Friday?
You know, what kind of performance you could expect from me is one that is energized by this amazing crowd. الشعب السعودي والجمهور السعودي أجمل جمهور. I love you guys. Friday night we will do it. Friday night we will make history, as I always do, but I love being the first to do stuff. I love being the first professional boxer from Saudi Arabia, the first world champion, inshallah, the first unified, undisputed, multi-weight. But what's more important is to be the first of many. That's why I'm here. I'm here to set it up for those who come after me. I didn't have a blueprint. I'm drawing that blueprint for them. And if it's easier for them, they could do much more than I am today.
Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Tyson Fury leading the applause here in the front. Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Zizo. Very much looking forward to your fight on Friday night. Okay, well, let's keep things moving. We've got an all-action showdown in the super welterweight division between unbeaten Jack McGann taking on the former Commonwealth and Southern Area champion Louis Green. Now, this is a 10-round eliminator for the WBC Silver Welterweight Championship. I'm going to bring in the man they call the Medway Mauler. Great nickname, by the way, Louis Green first. Louis, I mean, you've been in tough fights. You've been in good opposition. How are you feeling about this one, and how have you felt about the week so far?
It feels surreal being here, taking it all in. I just finished work when I got a phone call to come over here, so I was buzzing, exciting to get over here, get straight back in the mix on the big stage. I've had a few big years in boxing, and it's all been away, full of excitement, so I couldn't wait to get straight back in the mix again.
What's the plan for this fight? Is it seek and destroy like we usually get?
Action-packed, straight off, that's what people want to see. Then this is real boxing, and this is the platform to put it on. They're putting on some big 50-50 fights all the time. That's real boxing. That's what people want to watch. So, yeah.
You've been around Jack McGann a little bit. He sat down the table today as well. What do you make of Jack McGann?
I don't really know Jack. Jack don't really know me. He just seems like similar to myself, quiet, reserved, but he gets it on. He likes to get in and get stuck in, so I think it's going to be a good fight.
Well, it's knockout chaos. Are we going to get some of that knockout chaos in your fight?
Say that again, mate.
It's knockout chaos. Are we going to get some of that knockout chaos from Louis Green?
I always plan on getting in there and putting one of them on, yeah.
Good man. Let's bring in Jack McGann. Now, Jack, not your first fight in Riyadh. You was on the Battle of the Baddest show. It was a hell of a left hook that you threw against Roberto Duran Jr. You're back, but this is a tougher fight this time, right?
Yeah, this is definitely a step up. It's going to be the toughest test in my career, but I believe that that'll bring out the best performance as well.
What is it that you do better than Louis Green?
In my opinion, I do everything better than Louis. Obviously, he's got the experience over me, and he's been in tough fights, and he's a true fighter, which is why he took this fight on the time that he did. But I believe that I do everything better than Louis, and I'm going to show that on Friday.
Well, he always comes for a tear-up. If he has a stand and trade with you, how do you think that's going to go?
Well, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I've spent the last 9 weeks in New Mexico sparring come forward Mexicans, so it's perfect preparation for Louis.
And final prediction, please, Jack McGann.
As you said, it's called knockout chaos, and if you put me and Louis together in the ring, someone's going to fall. So it's going to be an exciting fight like he knows, and it's not one to miss.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Jack McGann. Let's keep things moving. Let's go up to heavyweight. Fascinating heavyweight fight here between the young, unbeaten Justice Hooney taking on Kevin Lerena. 8-0 is Justice Hooney. Kevin Lerena, 30 wins, only 2 defeats. 10 rounds. It's a WBC special event heavyweight contest. And I'll start with Kevin Lerena here. Kevin, last time we were around each other properly, you were taking on a big, hulking, young, heavyweight beast in Daniel Dubois. And now you look down the table and there's another one. You love a challenge, don't you?
Of course, you know, if you're not stepping up to the plate or rising to the occasion, then what are you in the sport for? But before you carry on, I just want to give special thanks to and special mention to Frank Warren, George, Eddie Hearn, Spencer, and my whole team. It's a big opportunity for me, another great opportunity to be on the platform, and thanks to His Excellency as well.
And tell me, you're facing someone who's going to really look to make a statement against you. I guess they've picked you, right? They've picked you because you'd look pretty good on their record. How are you feeling about that?
You know what? Obviously, they believe in themselves, and that's good, and that's what makes a good fight. But I believe in myself, too. I know what I can do if I stick to my game plan and I do what I do best, make it explosive, and that's what I am, explosive, strong. There were a few comments from their team that I'm towards the end of my career. Well, to be fair and to be honest, I've had no amateur pedigree like Justice. He's had a phenomenal amateur record. I just turned professional. So I'm only getting going. I'm only learning right now, and it's been a phenomenal honor. I've been in camp with Tyson. I learned a lot. So you're going to see the best Kevin Lerena on Friday night. That's what I can tell you.
Do you think he's taken this one a little bit too early?
No, I don't think he's taking it early. He believes in himself. You know, he's got a big amateur pedigree, 8-0 in the paid ranks. He had a good victory over Andrew Tabiti. I think that's his best victory to date. But I'm a different competitor, so he believes in himself. I believe in myself, and that makes for explosive heavyweight boxing. And the heavyweight game is the real pinnacle of the sport. So let's make it a good fight.
Let's do exactly that. Let's bring in Justice Hooney, the man 8-0, real Australian heavyweight boxing hope. Justice, this is your second fight outside of Australia, and you've got an opponent here who is really, really gaming up for it. Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, look, I'm happy and excited to be a part of this event. You know, it's massive for my career, this fight, and you know, I'm going to look to put on a boxing masterclass come Friday night.
What are you expecting from Kevin Lerena? He's made it pretty clear there. He's going to be pretty explosive.
Yeah, he's a tough challenger. You know, he's powerful, explosive. So yeah, I've got to be cautious of whatever he's going to throw my way.
Well, only Daniel Dubois was able to stop Kevin Lerena. Do you think you'll be able to do the same?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to go out there looking for it. You know, I'm going to stick to my game plan and box smart. And yeah, put on a boxing clinic.
Eddie, let me bring you in here. Justice Hooney, really one of your guys and one of your hopes for Australian boxing. Tell me about this fight.
Yeah, as Kevin said, he was a fantastic amateur. You know, one of the most successful Australian amateurs of all time. Only 8 fights, but last time out, we placed him in Mexico against Andrew Tabiti, who's a world title challenger at cruiserweight. I think it's a great fight. 2 smaller heavyweights who are very explosive and very quick. Kevin's very experienced. You saw him do very well against Daniel Dubois. But, you know, I think Justice is all up for the challenge. They want to, you know, jump in against all of the heavyweights after this fight if they can come through. But it's a proper heavyweight fight. Good speed, good action. And I think it's going to be a belter.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Justice. Thank you, Kevin Lerena. Let's keep things moving. Fantastic heavyweight fight that is. Well, let's go to the lightweight division where we've got a brilliant fight between 2 brilliant Brits. A fight with real consequence. The vacant WBA International Lightweight Championship will be on the line. The European champion, former British and Commonwealth champion Gavin Gwynn takes on the unbeaten, fast-rising, hard-hitting Mark Chamberlain. Now, Mark, I'm going to come to you first. It sounds like you've caught the eye of some very important people here. We've heard about the phone call. Bit of pressure, though, heading into Friday. You've got to keep up these great performances, right?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I want to thank His Excellency for specifically picking me to be out here on a huge platform. So yeah, we just got to make sure we deliver on Friday night.
Well, I've heard you say you like it. You're looking forward to having a fighter come and stick it on you. Well, look down the table. Gavin Gwynn will do exactly that. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, most definitely. We've say that again.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought
so. Gavin Gwynn, did you say anything? Did you have a little go at him?
No. I don't know. I just had someone button and say something. But yeah, no. Anyway, we've prepared well for what we hope is coming towards us. So yeah, no problem.
You made a comment about his last fight. Now, in the second round, it looked like he got hurt a little bit. And you said if that was you in the second round, you would have finished him in that second round. Do you stand by that comment? And Gavin, you should be all ears here. I can see you smiling.
I think it was the first round, to be honest. But yeah, like I said in an interview, like if a 47-year-old man can do that to him, what can a 25-year-old do to him?
Well, let's find out. Gavin Gwynn, let's bring you in here. If a 47-year-old man could do that, what can a 25-year-old do?
Yeah, we'll find out Friday night. It's just one of them nights. It was just an off night, but I still got the stoppage win, so it is what it is.
How are you feeling about Mark Chamberlain heading into Friday? Do you feel like you've taken a few unbeaten records in your time already? You think he's just the next one?
Yeah, it's no pressure on me. Like, he's the undefeated fighter. I'm going no one to impress. I'm going in there just for a fight. And that's what you get with me. I go for war.
Well, he doesn't normally take a backward step. Do you think you can make him take a backward step?
He will Friday night, and he'll find
we'll
out.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out Friday night. And,
we will.
Yeah, I'll be taking another 0.
Mark, let's just come to you quickly before I bring in Frank. You've looked at Gavin Gwynn a couple of times. Just tell him what's going to happen on Friday.
You're going to get beat.
Gavin, any response?
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Great predictions, Frank Warren.
I look forward to it.
This is a great fight, Frank.
Somebody's going to win, that's for sure. Look, it's a cracking fight. You know, this is the type of fights in Britain that you can top a card with. On a great fight card, by the way, and there's a great case for both of them. And they're on a big platform. It's a massive platform. You know, His Excellency asked specifically for Mark to be on the card, and he said he wanted, you know, we want to make sure he's in a really good quality fight, and that's what he's in with, a good quality fighter in Gavin Gwynn. So both of them have got a great opportunity to go out there, show what they're all about, and hopefully they'll have a future on further cards out here. It's in their hands, but it's a marvellous, marvellous opportunity to show what they're both all about. And I think we're going to get a real good, quality, cracking fight. There's a lot at stake for both of them.
Brilliant fight down at lightweight. Mark Chamberlain and Gavin Gwynn, WBA international belt on the line. And there is a WBA World Super Welterweight title on the line between two unbeaten fighters here. Israel Madrimov takes on Magomed Kurbanov. Now, if you're a boxing fan, if you're a fight fan, this really is one to look forward to. Eddie, I'm going to bring you in first here. You are the promoter of Madrimov. You've been championing this mini Golovkin for some time as well. Tell us about this fight.
Yeah, he's a special fighter. You know, I think already he would have taken this fight in his second or third fight. They wanted to move him really quickly. He's had the benefit of plenty of experience globally, around the world with us. He's unbeaten in 10. And like you said there, this is just a real old school throwback fight. It's impossible not to be a classic. Kurbanov, we've seen, you know, great fights with Liam Smith and many others. He's 25-0. It's a massive opportunity for him. But this guy, we've always felt, was very special. He's a real athlete. He can really punch. But this one, I think, could steal the show on Saturday night. And now, as I said, the full WBA World Championship at light middleweight, it's massive for both guys. We've got the likes of Terence Crawford moving up to the division, looking to fight for World Championships. This will change their life on Saturday night. And Kurbanov's a great fighter, but I believe my man will give us back-to-back World Champions with the WBA in 2 weeks.
Well, let's start with Magomed Kurbanov. Magomed, I think there's a translator around here somewhere. I'm looking at him. That's great news. I guess you've been working your whole life. You've built up a 25-0 brilliant record. I mean, this is it. This is the world title shot. How are you feeling?
Ты достаточно, долго свой рекорд как бы набивал. Это достаточно впечатлительно. Как ты вообще себя чувствуешь? Как ты, до этого дошел?
Салам алейкум, Саудия. Спасибо всем большое, очень хороший шанс для меня. И я дрался у себя дома, но ринг для меня есть и дом. Мне без разницы. У меня выпал шанс, я 16 лет в боксе, чтобы ради этого боя.
You know, all my life I've been fighting in home, and but you know, for me the ring is the home is everywhere where's the ring. So, and I was waiting for this chance for 16 years, so and I'm gonna use it.
Final question: how do you beat Madrimov on Friday?
Как ты собираешься побить Мадримова в пятницу?
Обычно, как всех 25 побил.
As usual, as I've done 25 fights before.
Fantastic stuff. Well, let's bring in Israel Madrimov. You are another fighter patiently. I know you've been very patiently waiting for this opportunity. Now it's finally here. You've got an unbeaten opponent in front of you. How's this all going to go?
Израиль, мы знаем... 1, 2, 1. Израиль, мы знаем, что ты был достаточно терпелив к этому бою. И вот этот шанс выдался. Как ты себя чувствуешь, как оцениваешь?
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, His Excellency, giving this chance, this opportunity. Thank you, my promoters, World of Boxing and Mushroom, my team, WBA. I'm ready, inshallah. Let's go.
Nice words, nice words. Final one for you, Israel Madrimov. You heard Eddie Hearn talk there about Terence Crawford. That could be a huge fight for you down the line if you come through. Tell us how you feel about that.
Есть разговоры по поводу потенциального боя с Кроуфордом, если ты станешь чемпионом. Что ты об этом думаешь?
Ну, сейчас вот этот бой проведем и дальше посмотрим. Это для меня тоже интересно.
Well, potentially this is very interesting for me, but let's be focused on that fight. Let's see in the future.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Israel Madrimov. That concludes the undercard press conference. We're going to get some face-offs down the front. Stick with us. The big guys will be on the stage very, very shortly. Thank you.
There you go, press conference 1 over. We are going to have a portion of the main card as well. A lot of those fighters will be on the main card, but that's it. We are now going to see a face-off between the crew as well. Not much there, not much in terms of spite in the press conference. Look, I don't want to see a table being thrown, but we didn't really get anything there, did we, Barry?
We didn't get them talking to each other. That's what we really want to see. We want to see them talking to each other, have a little bit of spite and try to ignite something. And also, is there opportunity just to get that little psychological edge over each other? We didn't quite see that.
We certainly didn't. Roman Fury there. I like the glasses. Are you a fan of glasses in the nighttime? Is that a bit of you as well, Daz?
I mean, I wouldn't do it. I don't think I could pull it off. I'm getting a bit older now, are they? But they're each to their own. And go back to the top there. Yeah, not any needle, no bad blood between them, really. A few words between Chamberlain and Quinn, but really and truly just some confident individuals there that are willing for that first bell. Just want to get the action underway. I think they're more fighters as opposed to talkers, but I'm pretty sure, these two alone. Torres comes to fight, he's confident, he's a good body puncher, he said he's going to work the body.
I mean, what's that? 8-9 inches there in height difference?
Yeah.
I mean, Andrei Novitsky obviously looked massive heavyweight, 6'6", Ukrainian. I spoke to his trainer today at lunch and they're very confident. They said, look, he's still very, very green, but they think they've got something.
Yeah, I think so, because he knows his judgment of the distance is really good already. So he's tall and long, but he knows how to use that very well. He keeps him out on the end of the jab before he can let that backhand go with all the power. So I think that when you're the shorter fighter, you're always going to be in trouble against someone like that.
It's a good one. This face-off might be interesting. Louis Green, obviously, look, all business. Jet McGann, look, all business as well. So this one could be spicy.
I like this fight, Addy. I really, really do. It's a big step up for McGann. Louis Green, I mean, he's scary. But we know exactly what we're going to get from him. He's all action, he's in your face, he's going to look for that knockout, but McGann's got a big shot on him, so I think that's one where you certainly do not want to blink.
Yeah, that's a good one. You don't want to blink in this one as well. The big boys, Kevin Lerena versus Justice Hooney. Kevin Lerena only lost twice. Justin Hooney, obviously unbeaten, 8-0, 4 knockouts. This is what we call good matchmaking, Barry.
Yeah, it is. You've got a guy like Kevin Lerena who's been a fantastic cruiserweight. Made some decent little waves as a heavyweight, let's be honest. Naturally the smaller guy against a guy who's lacking in experience as a pro, full of loads of experience as an amateur, but he's looking to take that next step. And Lerena, I think, for him, stylistically, is that right matchup.
Yeah, I like that fight. I really like that fight. Brilliant matchmaking, like you say.
This one's interesting. Gavin Gwynn, or should I say Mark Chamberlain, let me say him first, versus Gavin Gwynn. Mark Chamberlain was actually picked out by His Excellency, Turki Al Sheikh, actually picked him out, saw him and said, we want him on the card, and then they got Gavin Gwynn here. So obviously His Excellency sees something in Mark Chamberlain.
And they picked the perfect dance partner for it if you want to see an exciting fight, because Gavin Gwynn will make you work and he'll test you. And if you do have power, if it's real power, like James Tennyson did, to get rid of it, you need that sort of power. And if Chamberlain has that, he might get the job done. But if he hasn't, Gavin Gwynn will guarantee wear him down. He's that sort of fighter. He's not the biggest puncher, but he works hard. He's huge for the weight, as we see. Chamberlain's one of the biggest lightweights you will find. wins a bigger one altogether. So that might be the fight of the night.
This one could easily be the fight of the night. Gobanov versus Majamov. Again, the WBA 154-pound strap up for grabs here. That's because Jamel Charlo has been moved in to champion in recess. I hate that title, but it's true. That's what he is right now. This fight, as I said at the top of the show, was on, was off. It's now on, Darren, and it's a good addition to the card.
Oh, it's a brilliant fight, it really is. I think we're going to see a bit of everything. If you're a boxing purist and you like your tactical affairs, you're going to see a bit of that, a bit of higher level chess. You're going to see some explosive, heavy hitting between the two of them. Two extremely well-schooled fighters laying it all in the ring Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a so good Friday night. That's it. That's the prelim card down press conference. Main press conference to come. It's going to be a good one on Friday.
This will be the greatest atmosphere you have ever witnessed in a boxing ring.
Here we go. Zepeda absolutely relentless.
Zunzo Ramirez fought like a Mexican southpaw.
Hitchens.
Beautiful jab from Hitchens right there.
What a great performance. He was just too good.
This is a championship fight.
We have a couple of special guests with us now on the main stage. The king of MMA, Mr. Ariel Helwani, and the king of heavyweight boxing, Mr. Tyson Fury, who, by the way, is already started training, because look at that. He's looking good, isn't he? I always look at Tyson, I can tell by that. Tyson, you're looking good, Tyson.
Thank you very much.
I was questioning whether or not you were going to come. I was like, is Tyson going to come and support Roman, or is he going to stay in training camp? You've obviously decided to come.
It's for fifth fight, and it's on one of the biggest cards of the year, so I had to come to Saudi, not only to support Roman, but I've also got my brother Joseph Parker, and I've also got my other brother Turkey Al Sheikh to support. So supporting three brothers in one hit, killing three birds with one stone.
And Tyson said he would only come on this show if I came on with him. That's why we're both
That's why he's
for
here.
The first time. Yes, we're
Okay.
good mates. We go way
Ariel,
back.
you can go now, Ariel,
Yes,
then
yes,
I'll
yes.
take this from here. But it is good to see Tyson here, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's incredible. Can I get a look at the eye?
Yeah,
I don't even know which eye it is.
It's this one.
I've seen nothing.
It's healing good.
It looks fantastic. Really, it
healing
really
good.
looks great. Any concerns now?
I'm not concerned. I never was concerned about the cut. It was from cut date to fight date was 15 weeks. I cut heels in about 8-9 weeks, so I had plenty of time. And if the cut opens in the fight, so fuck it. It opens in the fight. It's going to be blood everywhere. So what? Don't stop the fight. Let it continue. It's an undisputed heavyweight championship fight.
What about in terms of training? What are the doctors saying as far as when you could get punched?
Well, the idea is he doesn't get punched.
Well, I mean, yes, but you know, sparring.
I'll be
and
sparring.
whatnot.
When I start camp at the end of March, I'll be ready for sparring.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good news.
With that, do you must have to pre-warn sparring partners? Because I saw how you got cut. I mean, obviously, look, sparring, right? You need to go hard, but is there a point of, okay, guys, go hard, but not too hard?
It was a freak accident, you know. I think he just threw like a hook and he ended up hitting me in the face with the elbow. I had a full face head guard on, so he got it through that little hole there. I don't think you could do it if you tried to do it with a bat again.
Yeah.
It was just a freak accident. So I've been sparring for many, many years and never got caught in sparring. So it is one of those things. I'm not expecting to get caught again in the gym or in the fight even. So whatever happens, though, will happen. But make no mistake, I'm not paying no $10 million bounty. So I will be fighting cut eye or not.
And I'm just curious about the immediate aftermath, because I remember speaking to you right after the news came out, and I could see that you were somewhat subdued. Obviously, you and Igas were going back and forth.
I was a little bit depressed on
how did you deal with it in the aftermath?
Couple of days. But then I thought, you know what? It's not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last time in boxing. It is what it is. Shit happens. We got a new date within a couple of days, and everything was good again.
What do you make of the nonsense that came out in the aftermath? And I had to shut a lot of it down. Oh, Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight. He's scared. I mean, there was some nonsense about, well, Tyson Fury probably cut himself. How do you deal with all that rubbish?
What I say to that is, bitch is gonna hate. And that's it. People hate on other people who are doing a lot better than them. And that's always is. You never get some billionaire dude who's a CEO of a company hating on another guy who's not doing as good as him. It's always people who are not as successful as somebody they're trying to hate on. So I take it with a pinch of salt. It means nothing to me. sticks and stones. And
Well,
if
break
they're not
those
hating
bones.
on you, it means you're not successful. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
you're not relevant. No one cares.
It's true. You get a lot of hate, don't you, Ariel?
No, none at all. I think everyone loves me and is very respectful.
Same with me.
You and Igas good?
Yeah.
You cleared it up with him?
I cleared it up. I told him on the show, and that's it.
It's done.
You know what, though? I had to... I hear a lot of this, like, coward talk from the two-time heavyweight champion of the world in the last... It's only been the last, like, 8 or 9 months. I'm not sure. Like, there was 10 knockdowns in them Wilder trilogies. I went to Germany to fight Klitschko. I went to the US to fight Wilder, the 2 biggest punchers in boxing history. Where's all this coward shit come from?
No idea.
From who? Who am I a coward from?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. And even if he was a coward and you didn't want to fight, for the bags that I'm getting, you do it anyway.
Yeah.
Literally at the end of the training camp, too.
The Scarecrow on Wizard of Oz and say, give me your courage, give me your courage.
Right.
I said that there's so much money on offer here. Like, even if you didn't want to do it, you do it for the money,
course.
don't you? Last time he was in Saudi,
But it's a good job I do want to do it.
And
I'm doing it for the
we're
thrill and
also
the
happy that you are going to do it. Last time here, this is you against Francis Ngannou. Obviously, AJ takes on this beast on Friday. Surprised at how good he was, or an off night for Tyson Fury?
Wasn't surprised, no. I didn't have a good night. I had a lot of problems, but I'm not here to make excuses. I never have been and I never will. You haven't heard me say one excuse, have you? But I had problems in the fight. Don't need to go into it. It was what it was. But I can't really gauge how good or bad he was because of how poor I was.
Okay,
You understand? So the one thing I can gauge is, though, I hit him with some flush punches in the face, quite a lot, and even hit him with an elbow right in the face too. That I saw on a replay, and he never went over. So regardless of my performance or his performance, one thing I do know about Ngannou is he's a tough son of a gun.
Yeah.
So I think we're in for a treat. It's going to be a good fight. Knockout chaos, it's named. So let's hope we get some knockout chaos.
I'm just wondering, from a skill set standpoint, what impressed you most about him?
Like I said, I wasn't having a good performance or good night, so I couldn't really tell if he was good or bad.
Switching
in my
stances
opinion,
like that
watching the fight,
yeah,
that's what I'm here for. The winner of this two will get a shot at world title from me after I beat Usyk twice this year. So, yeah, I guarantee when we fight again, I'll tie one hand behind my back and punch his head off. I don't need the best night in the world. I just don't need a terrible night.
Right.
Is there a part of you, and look, we're not overlooking Alexander Usyk at all. Why would you? Unified heavyweight champion.
Never.
But is there a part of you that would want that Ngannou fight just to kind of right that wrong, if you like?
Well,
just
not
to kind
really.
of do what we said or thought
The
he was gonna do?
Undisputed Heavyweight Championships, there's not been a 4-belt world champion, so I keep getting told, but I count more belts than that. I count the IBO, WBO, WBA, WBC, Ring Magazine, and Lineal. So that's 6. And baddest motherfucker on the planet title, that's 7.
That's
Put
the
that
biggest
in
one.
as well.
That's the biggest one, isn't it?
So there's so many belts on the line. Nothing competes with that. This is the fight of the ages. Nothing can compare to this. Not a show fight, not a crossover fight, not a YouTube boxing. Nothing. This is it. This is 2 undefeated world heavyweight champions colliding for all the belts, and it hasn't been done since whenever 90s. And these both guys who's fighting have beat everybody else. So this is it. Whoever wins out of this fight is the best in this era, regardless of what anyone's opinion is, what anyone wants to say. Whoever wins out of me and Usyk is the best of this era.
It's difficult to argue against that. You've been coming to this region for quite some while now, not just with boxing, but with
I've
the
even been
WWE
holiday here as well.
Which is good. Which is good, and it's important. Right?
Brilliant.
It really is. What do you make of what's going on over here? Every time I come over here, something new's been built. It looks a bit different. What do you make of it?
The region is in a fantastic place. They taking over the sport of boxing. Not taking over, they've already done it. They taking over the sporting world, let's say now. Fantastic place to be. So much going on. Like, I could talk to you all night about what's going on in the future. So many mega fights lined up for this year and next year. Exciting things coming out of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Nothing more exciting though than your fight May 18th, undisputed. That's exciting.
Yeah, and you mentioned something very interesting there, and if we could clear it up, because you said once I beat Usyk twice, then I'll fight Ngannou if all goes well, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean, because the way it's presented was the winner of this fight gets the winner of your fight? Are you referring to there's the rematch clause that has to be
We had this
honored?
big argument last year. I don't know if you remember where I said no rematch clauses.
Yeah.
but he was acting like a little bitch crying over a rematch. He didn't want to just throw it down on whoever won. So he ends up getting his rematch clause, so there's a rematch. There'll be 2 fights this year, me and Usyk.
Okay, now...
regardless of whatever happens in the first one.
Now, as far as Friday, I'm dying to know what you think about this. Obviously, you've never fought AJ before, but you know him very well. You know Francis the boxer better than anyone. Who do you like in the fight?
I think they're both big, strong guys and knockout chaos. I think anyone can win it. They're both big punchers. They're both not very hard to hit, so they both can land and do damage. I'd like to back the former world heavyweight champion, but then again, who the fuck am I to say anything?
But honestly, if Francis wins, it makes you look better.
If Francis wins, then it sets up a massive rematch for me and Francis. But if AJ wins, then it sets up a big British fight for me and him. So for me, I've got no money in either side of them. So whoever wins, it's a bonus because it's a massive fight either way. And providing I get through Usyk twice.
All right, we don't have to wait too long to find out who does win because it's all kicking off on Friday. It's the big one, AJ versus Ngannou.
This guy making a debut like that, so everybody.
I didn't buy into the fact that someone can stroll into the sport and compete with the lineal world heavyweight champion. It's unheard of.
Everybody gives his own opinion, but at the end of the day, nobody knows nothing. Nothing.
I'm sure he believed in himself before the Fury fight, but now he has to believe in himself. He's looking at it thinking, I should have won that fight. Now I'm fighting a guy that's supposed to be not as good as Tyson Fury.
When you think about boxing, there haven't been a moment in the past 10 years that Anthony Joshua hasn't been in the top 3.
Joshua gets his 24th knockout, and boy, did he make it look easy.
Seen people like him many a times before, but it's just his mind that I'll have to conquer in the ring.
I heard that he doesn't have a chin. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope I had an opportunity to test that out.
It's going to be explosive. You have to take someone's soul, you have to take their spirit, and I'm looking forward to the challenge for sure.
Maybe I will do something that nobody have done before.
These big guys get in the ring, they throw bombs, one of them lands, it's all over.
Styles make fights. Me and Fury are completely different. I know who I am, and I know what I have to do.
Just driven by the dream, the statement that I want to make.
It's 30 minutes of focus, and my mind will be locked in and ready to do the job.
This is just what boxing fans have been crying out for years. And if you're a boxing fan, you're in boxing heaven.
Not long to go until the main portion of the press conference. I can see over my shoulder, they're getting ready. The big boys and Nick Bull, Ray Vargas, who are not very big, are going to be joining the press. I'm just saying, Nick Bull.
Tell them.
You
call Barry out
too?
too?
He's 5'2". He's 5'2". Todd Grisham has joined us, replaced Tyson Fury. Good replacement. Hi, Todd. How are you? Our lead commentator on Friday.
Yeah.
Todd, how are you?
Doing great.
When did you get in?
I got in last night. I had some travel issues, but don't we all getting over here? It was a total of about 24 hours. But once you're here, you're great.
We are. We've got a great team for you, by the way, on Friday. I wish I could announce all of them, but I think
Why not?
a couple of
Break
special
the news.
announcements because I think
Okay,
there's a special announcement
Don't get in trouble.
of a couple of people that I can't announce. I was going to say their initials and guess, but we're not going to play that game. What do you make of all of this? You've been to Saudi a few times. Obviously, the events here are incredible. Grand arrivals, very Las Vegas-esque, right? We don't really see that anywhere else. We had the media workouts yesterday, press conference today. It's a whole week of fun.
Well, I think Ariel would agree with this. Boxing needed an infusion of something because about every 6 months I start getting people texting me saying boxing's dead. Why is boxing dead? But Saudi Arabia and His Excellency have put together these events that have just really gotten boxing up to where UFC is production-wise and up to UFC where it is worldwide. And I think this is the kind of thing that boxing needs to grow, and it needs to get younger viewership, and it needs to get new audiences. So this kind of event, the Big Bang, the big Jay Lee's young. But, these big events, I think, gets people's attention, and it's wonderful for the sport.
It's interesting that Todd called it an event because we don't really hear boxing called an event. It's almost just the night, isn't it? It's just you turn up on a Saturday or a Friday, whatever day it is, and that's it. And you've heard His Excellency and Eddie Hearn always talk about the UFC as the gold standard and what they've done. you can speak to that more than anyone.
Yeah, I mean, well, the UFC has a massive event on Saturday, and if you look at the events that have happened here since October 28th, they have been UFC-esque, and that's the best compliment that I can give to what they're doing here and to the UFC. What I mean by that is, Joseph Parker versus Zhilei Zhang is a main event anywhere on the planet, right? And I almost feel like it's not getting the credit and attention that it deserves, let alone the rest of the card. But those two guys are just kind of flying under the radar. This is a massive fight, right? I mean, both these guys have had tremendous year and a half or so, and they're top 5 heavyweights in my opinion, and no one's talking about them. This is what boxing needs. Boxing, in my opinion, is doing just fine. Nothing annoys me more when I hear people who don't watch boxing say that boxing is dead or that it's struggling. It is not. Trust me. And you see what's been happening here over the last few months, and you see the slate. I'm not being a company man. I'm not asked to say this, but look at the slate of fights coming up between now and May on this platform. Yeah. Every weekend there's a big fight. It's doing just fine. This is another example.
And Ariel, I was asking you earlier, I was like, you've been having more and more boxing content on the MMA Hour, and I'm like, what kind of numbers do you get for the boxing things that you host? And I was surprised at your answer.
Oh, the interviews explode. I mean, last week, thanks to our good friends at DAZN, we had Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn back to back to back to back, and the numbers were tremendous. And I loved everything about it. And, you know, I know some people in the boxing media don't like that the MMA guys are coming over. Well, we've taken our cues from Francis. We're coming over. We're coming with our elbows out. We're coming with our hands up.
Actually,
whether you like it or
you
love
need to
it.
step off the stage. It's Ariel's show
You
now.
better learn to deal with it, because we are here. Combat Sports Hour, not just the MMA Hour.
Enough for you. Thomas Triber's ready.
We're
gonna,
Much love
oh,
to
he's
Thomas.
not ready yet. You're lucky.
Oh, he's not.
I was going to throw
I
him
have
down.
a few things to say. I got a few other bones to pick. Do I have time?
With me?
With you?
You've got a couple of minutes.
With everyone that's been out here. I'm sick and tired of everyone talking about Francis Ngannou being 0-1, being a debutante. Did you guys forget about the 20 MMA fights? He is a real fighter. Start putting some damn respect on his name. I've been watching you guys doing tremendous work over the past week. I see Eddie Hearn.
He's
had one
match.
Queensberry Rules boxing match.
He's fought in a boxing ring once.
The disrespect.
He's not a proven
I thought
boxer.
things would change after October 28th.
Yeah, he's a
Clearly,
fighter, yes.
you guys didn't
No,
get the memo.
He's clearly a fighter,
I hear
but
Eddie.
he's not a boxer.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
He's not a boxer.
Oh, he's not a Queensberry Rules boxer. Oh, Crimea River. The guy's had 20 fights in a cage. He's been hit with knees, elbows, kicks to the head. Put some respect. He's not a YouTuber.
When
he's
James
not a
Toney
TikToker.
fought Randy Couture, did you say James Toney was a real fighter going to that ring
No, I
with
said
Randy
he
Couture?
was someone making his MMA debut.
And
I hear you guys
that's the
saying
language
he's
we'll
never
use there
fought
for
before.
Francis.
I hear fought. No, let's make the distinction. This man has fought.
What we
did
meant to say was
Fury.
that he's never fought in a boxing ring before. And look, Francis Ngannou in the MMA world,
Never
I do
had a
apologize for that.
Queensberry
I do
Rules
apologize.
boxing match before.
But
Guess
you know,
what?
I will say this.
Now he's had one.
I will say this.
And he's about to do the
if
business
you
on
were
Friday.
just someone from Mars and you watched that Fury and Ngannou fight, you would never know that he's never fought a boxing match before.
You know why?
Why?
Because he's an actual fighter. And he's been in there with the best in the world. He's not a fish out of water. He's not an influencer. He's not a TikToker. He's not a YouTuber. He knows what to do, and he's got a tremendous team. Maybe they're not known to the casual boxing fan, Eric Nixick, Dewey Cooper, etc. But Francis has been dreaming of this. And the thing is, he doesn't understand what impossible means.
But you know the problem with that, what you said is, it's, and this is no disrespect to this guy I'm going to mention right now, but Nate Diaz is a fighter.
Sure.
Yes? When we saw him in the boxing ring against Jake Paul, he did not look like a boxer at all.
Francis Ngannou was the UFC heavyweight
no,
champion. Nate Diaz has never won a UFC belt.
It's striking.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
the
Nate Diaz
resume.
is more of a fighter than Francis Ngannou.
I don't really understand what you're saying here. What I'm saying is
But
that Francis Ngannou is a UFC heavyweight champion. Nate never won a belt, so there are levels to the game, with all due respect. And now you're trying to get me against the 209?
I'm not doing that.
You're trying to get me against the
Listen,
Diaz brothers.
here's the big argument. They were saying Tyson Fury was not prepared mentally or maybe even physically for Ngannou, but AJ is. So
Yes.
let's fight. This is.
I agree with
all
that.
cards are on the table now. There's no excuses for anybody. Let's see if indeed Ngannou is as good as you think he is at boxing. And I believe, I think we were talking about this earlier today. On paper, you would think Ngannou would do better against AJ because he doesn't move around and box as well as Tyson Fury does. So I think Ngannou has a better chance to beat AJ, at least on paper, than he did for Tyson Fury. So let's see if he can pull it off.
Maybe so, maybe so. One thing we do know about Francis Ngannou that we can all agree on, and you can speak to this very strongly, Ariel, is his backstory. It's incredible. We put together a fantastic piece on him for DAZN, which you can go and see on DAZN socials right now. It's incredible, though, isn't it?
I mean, that's what I say. Like, this guy fears nothing because, honestly, he shouldn't be here. He's a walking miracle. The fact that he was able to survive his surroundings in Cameroon, he's working for $1 a day in the sand mines and says, you know what, I want a better life. I saw this guy named Mike Tyson, I want that. And the fact that he survives from Cameroon to Nigeria to Algeria to then getting arrested 4 or 5 times, being put in jail, being told that he has to go back home. He goes home, he does it again, he goes home, he does it again. He ends up in France. I'm making a very long story short here. He ends up sleeping in a parking garage for over a year, and he stumbles upon a gym where it just so happens to be an MMA gym. As luck would have it, Fernand Lopez says, oh yeah, I could build you into something, and then he turns into this great MMA fighter, but he always said he was gonna go back to the dream, and this is the dream. And because he has been through all of that, he is so mentally tough. And I'm not trying to discount or discredit what other boxers have been through.
I agree with what you're saying.
It's just amazing. And I would also say to what Todd said, I actually think this is a tougher fight for Francis. And I'll tell you why. AJ saw what he did in October, but AJ is so smart. If he uses his boxing IQ, this to me reminds me a lot of AJ versus Ruiz too. AJ just has to win. He just has to fight a smart, measured fight. Get the W, nothing flashy, nothing fluky, just get the W. Tyson wanted to put on a show and didn't respect Francis. So Francis is going to have to try to figure out that puzzle. And I think with the likes of Ben Davison by his side and the other great coaches by his side, it's going to be a very tricky puzzle.
You know, AJ has a lot of pressure on him because His Excellency basically said to AJ, you're my assassin. I'm sending you in there to go get Ngannou out of boxing. You're the guy that needs to end this.
Which was a heel turn, right? I was surprised that he said that.
But, I mean, can you imagine the man who's paying millions and millions of dollars and is doing all this for boxing is like, you better beat Ngannou. That's your job.
You know what's very interesting about the Fury interview we just did? You guys probably heard it there when Fury said there is a rematch clause for the Alexander Usyk fight, which leads me on to the co-main event. Because if AJ, let's just play hypotheticals here, AJ, the favorite, gets past Ngannou, there is AJ versus who potentially in the summer? It's not going to be Usyk or Fury now. Could Zhilei Zhang put his name right there in the forefront if he gets past Joseph Parker?
Why not? I mean, the thing is, he's, over 40 years old, didn't turn pro until he was 31. So he can't afford to take a step back. He can't afford to not look good. He has to blow him out of the water, and then he can get that fight. Otherwise, I don't know how much appeal he has.
See, the thing is, this is AJ's 4th fight in 11 months. I would just chill.
No.
Why would you risk
stop
it?
that. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. We want to see activity. The best fighters, as you know, the best fighters.
When you're at the blackjack table and you're winning, you don't take a break.
There you
I
go.
want to see
You
him
keep
fight.
playing the cards while the cards are hot.
He's going to chill. It's either that or no, you don't do that because if Tyson
Too
wins,
risky?
it's too risky.
You're rolling
right
the dice
there.
too many times?
Adesanya did it.
stakes are here.
Adesanya kept going, didn't he?
And then eventually it bit him. But there wasn't a big fight. Wait, we have a generational fight waiting. If he wins on Friday and Tyson wins those 2 fights, I don't love the rematch thing, if I'm being honest.
No, and you know what I think?
A bit of a curveball.
I know it's in there, but this is boxing.
Come on.
I mean, if Tyson Fury wins and AJ wins, we're getting Fury AJ.
This is actually,
we're getting Fury.
Listen,
AJ.
we're talking about how boxing can evolve and get better. The rematch clauses need to be a thing of the past as well, right? Because sometimes that holds things up. Oh, like, look at Haney and Kambosos. No one wanted to see that again, but they had to do it, and so he did it.
But you know, sometimes it works out. Like, I didn't like the idea of going into a Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury 3 fight. Number 3 was the best. Number 3 was incredible.
But that was okay because the first one was a draw, so the second one.
But
and
Ariel,
then you get the
in the defense of rematches, if Andy Ruiz didn't have a rematch with Anthony Joshua, he's
Sure.
probably still the champ, and he's fighting in a bingo hall on an Indian reservation in Arizona, keeping that title.
It's
That's
true.
the way it works.
But if AJ wins on Friday and Tyson wins, people are going to want that fight right away, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to want to see, because what if Tyson fights Usyk and then loses? And now all of a sudden we're kissing the AJ fight goodbye because they're going to do it a third time.
There's too many permutations. You're making me write these down in my head. There is someone that's not on the card that fought recently, who hadn't fought for a long time, and that's Deontay Wilder. Obviously, look, he's not on the card, so we're not going to go too much into him. But how does Deontay Wilder get back into this picture?
Well, we had something that aired on social media today, and they were asking Zhilei Zhang to give one-word answers about certain boxers. And they said Deontay Wilder, he goes, used to be heavy hitter, now retire.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know, Zhilei Zhang.
That's basically a call-out.
Yeah, well, but what did you see from Wilder that made you think he could beat anybody at this point? He was gun-shy, which we've never seen before. He lost every minute of every round against Parker. So he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and get a win first before he gets another marquee fight.
All right, it's time. It's time. Thomas Triber is ready because all the fighters on the main portion of the card, so again, it is Nick Paul versus Ray Vargas, Jili Zhang versus Joseph Parker, and then the big boys, Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, ready for the main table. So let's throw it downstairs to your MC, Mr. Thomas Triber.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our second press conference today for Knockout Chaos, a great night of World Championship Boxing this Friday, live from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick, and Sella. Let's now welcome our participants. First, here is Nick the Wrecking Ball, Joseph Parker. Let's welcome Chalet Big Bang Jay.
Thank you. I'm Big Bang. I'm Bang everything. I will find you.
Let's welcome trainer Dewey Cooper. Let's welcome trainer Ben Davison in Ngannou. Let's welcome AJ Anthony Joshua. Let's welcome International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotions, and Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. And now, here is your host, Josh Denzel.
Ubud. Hello and welcome to the Knockout Chaos main event press conference. It's a pleasure to be joined here by some of the brightest and best in the boxing fraternity. Now, this historic fight night will be presented to fans worldwide by Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotions, in conjunction with Riyadh Season, the National Event Center, the General Entertainment Authority of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Gold Link Promotions, Gimmick, and Sella. Now, this fight will be live on DAZN worldwide and available in the UK, and also available on Sky Sports box office. I could sit here and try and do my best to promote this fight, but I'm going to leave it to the professionals in the middle. Frank, I'm going to come straight to you. It's another, we're 3 days in or 4 days into it, another incredible show out in Riyadh. How game-changing has this partnership with Saudi Arabia and His Excellency been?
Well, it's just brilliant, and we got to thank King Salman bin Abdulaziz, and we also Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, His Excellency Turkey, Al Sheikh, for all the fantastic work that he's done in making this happen, and the chairman and the GA and Seller and all their teams, along with all the guys here. It's been brilliant to work together, and how do I feel about it? It's marvellous. You couldn't wish for any more. We're in boxing heaven.
I was going to say,
we're getting fabulous shows, fabulous undercards. It doesn't get any better than this.
These shows seem to just be getting bigger and bigger.
They do, bigger and bigger. This is the third and the last of the season, and then we got 2 more to come up in the next 5 months. We've got the 18th with Tyson in the biggest fight of this century against Usyk, which is a fight everybody's been waiting to see. And then we've got a fantastic night on the 1st with another unification fight between Bebatiev and Bivol. And then there's a little matter of me and this bloke on my right here. We're going to have 5 against 5. We've been working on it, and hopefully we're going to have an announcement soon I think everybody's going to love. But it starts the year here tonight with this fabulous top of the event.
It's all friendly now until the 5 5 comes. I look forward to that right now. Eddie, this show is called Knockout Chaos, aptly titled. Is that a clue of what to expect come Friday night?
Yeah, some big hitters. Firstly, welcome everyone again. Assalamu alaikum. And thank you, of course, to everybody to help put this show together, particularly His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. Of course, our partners, Queensbury and Spencer Brown at Gold Star as well, thank you. All our partners at DAZN around the world broadcasting this incredible show. I think pound for pound, I said earlier, a better show than Day of Reckoning. I mean, we talked about the undercard previously. Up here, 3 fantastic fights. Young Nick Ball from Liverpool, looking to win the WBC World Championship against Mexico's Ray Vargas, who is not looking forward to Joseph Parker against Zhilei Zhang. It's one of the best fights that can be made in the division. And there's these 2 giants, you know, I said earlier in the week, Godzilla against King Kong, 2 beasts come together. And we had that fight signed, you know, the Wilder fight, and myself and Frank were invited very quickly to His Excellency's house, and he said, what is the biggest fight we can make? And the answer was Anthony Joshua against Francis Ngannou. It's going to be an unbelievable heavyweight spectacle on a massive night of boxing, and we're all very lucky to be here. I feel very blessed to be here and to put, like Frank said, we're in dreamland for boxing right now. All the fights that we want to make, that we can't normally make, sometimes even on the same night.
No doubt about that. Now, the man next to me, Frank, Nick Ball, he fights for a world title. What can we expect from him?
You asking me?
That's you, Frank, yeah.
What can we expect? Well, I'll tell you something. It's non-stop action. That's what you can expect. He's got a fantastic opportunity here. I can't tell you how highly I think of him. Everything he's had to do, he's done it in absolutely style. We call it a wrecking ball, and that's exactly what it is. And I'm sure he will take this opportunity with both hands against a guy who I think is the best featherweight in the division, who's only got, I think it's 1 loss on his record, double world champion. He's certainly not come here to make up the numbers, that's for sure. And I think we're going to get something special. And I do think if anybody can pull this off, it's Nick.
No doubt we're going to come to you and dig deeper into that fight and your thoughts on that, Nick. But you mentioned Zhang against Parker being a fight that is mouth-watering. Anything could happen. It feels like it's a real 50-50. How do you see that one going? That's purely fireworks. This is knockout chaos, right, Frank?
I do think there'll be a knockout. I mean, look, they're both quality fighters, absolute quality fighters. And, you know, they've got a common denominator in Joe Joyce. And it's funny how styles make fights and so forth. And, you know, Joe beat Joe Parker. But since then, I think it's 4 wins. And this is his home at the moment. He keeps having these wins here. Fantastic win last time out against Deontay Wilder. And then we got Zhang, who came to London and beat our guy. Not once, beat him twice in style. So the 2 of them now are in a position where, and all these heavyweights are in a position where on the 18th of May, that big unification fight. Somebody's going to win that, obviously. I believe it'll be Tyson, by the way. But somebody's going to win it. And these guys now are all jockeying for position to be at that big table, to get a shot at the #1 guy. So these are all important fights. They're all exciting fights. And they're all really well-matched fights, every single one of them. And we do get upsets, as we know in boxing. We had it on the last card. But I just think this fight is going to be something special as well. I mean, this is a real good fight card for fight fans. It doesn't get any better than this.
Thanks for that, Frank. Now, Eddie, the man next to you, Anthony Joshua, former unified heavyweight champ. How big can this year be for him?
Well, look, this is his 4th fight in 11 months. It's a message to all flagship fighters. You have to stay active. And the activity has been key for AJ. It's something that we haven't been able to do when he had belts, when he had mandatories, during the period of COVID as well. And it's been a blessing the last 11 months, 12 months. The link up with Ben and Lee Wiley has been fantastic. I've never seen him punching with such ferocity. I've never seen him with such confidence. And I believe he's the best heavyweight in the world. I really do. I always have done. We've always stood by him. He's achieved so much in the sport. 2-time unified world heavyweight champion. And I believe will also be undisputed heavyweight world champion. This is a massive test. We respect Francis, what he did. I didn't give him any chance against Fury. No chance to win a round. I thought he was sensational. And we take him very seriously. He earned our respect well before that fight, but in boxing, he earned everybody's respect that night. So we know it's a serious challenge, but I believe this man's the best in the division. And I think you'll see that on Friday night.
With that belief, is it hard not to have one eye and look too far forward into the future at Undisputed again?
Never against someone like Francis. Mentally he's very strong, and you know that the success that he had against Tyson Fury, the confidence that he would have grown with through that performance. This is just his 2nd fight in a boxing ring. It's quite remarkable that on his professional debut, he could have got a decision to become the lineal world heavyweight champion. So this is a real fighter inside and outside of the ring. And, you've got to take it to him, and you've got to put him out of the boxing game on Friday night. And that's the intention, I'm sure, from Anthony. The dream has always been undisputed. When he was unified, we were 1 belt short. We signed to fight Mr. Fury. We signed to fight Deontay Wilder. Unfortunately, for sometimes situations out of everybody's control, we never got it. I truly believe that this man's destiny is to be undisputed. But it's all irrelevant come Friday night. It's just a big man, a giant in front of him that he has to take out.
100%. Now, Nick, promise we get to you. Weren't happy with the walkout music. You wanted a little baby or something a bit more hyped.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. But it's all good. Made up to be here.
So that brings me on. I mean, you've got to be happy in a barnstormer in a fantastic fight against the WBC featherweight champ, Ray Vargas. Now, how incredible is it to be sat at this top table on a huge card like this, fighting for a world title?
It's massive, innit? You only have to look around, see what's happening, yeah. So I'm made up to be here, yeah. I've got my opportunity and I want to take it with both hands.
I saw a video of you blind ranking fighters. Ray Vargas actually came out as #1. How much do you respect him as a champion?
I respect all fighters you get in the ring, yeah. And he's obviously he's world champion, and so he is #1 for now. But come Friday night, that's going to change.
Obviously, he's coming off a loss in his last fight. Does that change your mentality? Do you have to still remain focused when you go into this fight?
Yeah, that's always the goal, innit, to remain focused. That's what I'm doing now, just taking each day as it comes, enjoying this experience, and yeah, just staying focused and ready to get the job done.
Whenever your name is mentioned, I think explosive is the only word that ever comes after it. You've made a name for yourself as an explosive fighter, front foot, aggressive. Do you think that he can handle that?
I'm not too sure. We'll find out on Friday night, yeah. I can't really say. No one knows what's going to happen until you get in the ring, you know, with this boxing, but I'm definitely coming explosive, so we'll soon find out.
What will it mean, you travelling back to Liverpool, belt around your waist, embraced by the city? How would that feel?
Mean everything to me, because this is a life-changing fight for me, so that's everything to me, yeah.
I guess these are the things that you work for. You grind in the gym from a kid to now, so good luck to you, my friend.
Nice one, appreciate it.
Now, Ray Vargas, I want to ask you a question. Is
Is Nick Ball a man that you've been aware of, you've been following, you've been watching him come up? He is mandatory for the belt. Is it someone you've kept your eye on?
Can I hear pretty well? The sound is not that well on this side, so
I'll shout.
He said Nick Ball is mandatory. Have you had your eye on him? And talk to us about the fight on Saturday.
Rey, esto es una pelea prácticamente mandatoria y vas a pelear con un gran rival. ¿Qué piensas de él?
Primeramente, buenas noches a todos. Agradecer a BBC, mi empresa, al Jaimon, Luis de Cuba, al señor Frank, RG por hacer posible esta bonita función.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank all the promoters involved, which is Al Hyman, my promoter, Frank Warren, Matchroom Boxing, and His Excellency, and all the authorities for being making this possible. Thank you very much, all of you guys.
Esta es una pelea importante, claro, como todas. Es una pelea mandatoria. Y bueno, pues aquí estamos, listos para subirnos al ring, para hablar con los hechos, con los puños.
Well, definitely, I mean, this fight, I take it pretty seriously. This is a mandatory fight, and I'm ready to defend my title. I'm ready to talk with the fist, not with words.
So, Frank Warren, who is Nick's promoter, is very confident that his man is going to get the victory. Does that surprise you with all that you've done in boxing, that he's backing his man so heavily, multiple division world champion?
El promotor Frank Warren está muy confiado que su peleador va a salir triunfal en esta función. Obviamente, pues a lo mejor todo está en el lado de su balanza, su promotor, en su, tal vez más cerca de tu tierra. ¿Qué piensas de todo esto?
Pues yo creo que eso es normal. No hay entrenador que tenga miedo. Yo creo que el rival es el que se sube, ¿no? Arriba del ring somos dos y es donde va a haber el resultado. Entonces yo no vengo a hablar, yo vengo a pelear. Si quieren, nos subimos de una vez.
Well, I mean, I understand, and every promoter is happy to see his fighter inside the ring, but definitely there's only two people in the ring. It's going to be him, myself. I'm already here to fight. We can fight today, we can fight tomorrow, or any time possible. I mean, I'm ready to fight.
Nick looks very calm and collected. You're just taking it all in?
Yeah, just chilling, yeah.
Nothing phases you. Now, Ray, final question to you. Coming off a loss, do you feel like you've got something to prove on Friday? Are you looking to be spiteful?
Vienes de una derrota. ¿Crees que tengas o te sientas forzado a demostrar algo este próximo viernes?
Yo creo que mi carrera está hecha y sólida. Soy bicampeón. Yo creo que el demostrar ya lo he hecho.
Well, I mean, I'm a true champion. I mean, my record speaks by itself. I mean, I'm a two-time world champion. Next.
Y yo creo que los que estamos dentro del boxeo sabemos lo que es mi carrera. Así es que yo me voy a subir a pelear, a hacer un triunfo más y a defender este título del mundo.
And this coming Friday, it won't be no exception for me. I'm going to prove myself, because I've been proving it throughout my career. This coming Friday, you will see a Ray Vargas, as always you can see him. I mean, true fighter, giving everything in the ring.
De la pelea que tú hablas, no fue en mi categoría, fue una arriba, un reto que yo tomé, y eso es lo que me gusta, tomar retos desafiantes.
And the last fight that you were talking about, I mean, it wasn't my division. I tried something new in my life. I wanted to go after a challenge, and that's what I do, take challenges. And that proves myself that I'm ready to fight anyone.
Well, that's an incredible fight, a mouth-watering fight that we're all looking forward to. Now, we've described this fight as mouth-watering, 50-50, anything can happen. Zhilei Zhang against Joseph Parker. Zhilei, with an incredible 2023, two fantastic knockout victories against Joe Joyce, do you feel like you're now getting the credit that you deserve in the heavyweight division?
你2023年打得特别好，2次击败乔伊斯，你觉得你受到大家的认可了吗？
今天坐在这里，然后我感觉受到大家的认可。然后去年2次击败乔伊斯，然后大家都看到了。
By sitting here, I believe I received the recognition I deserved. Everybody saw what I did to Joe Joyce back to back.
Strong words. Now, Joseph Parker's looked incredible in his last few fights. What kind of a threat does he pose to you?
帕克的最近3场比赛打得都特别好，你觉得他会对你造成什么样的威胁？
帕克是一个非常强劲的对手，年轻，饥饿感。他想从我手里夺走这条腰带，我知道这是他的目的，但是我是一只饿虎。我说过，我是只下山捕猎的，我不会让。如果谁想拿走我的腰带，他要付出沉重的代价。
Joseph Parker is a hell of a fighter. He's young, he's hungry, and he's coming here for the belt. I'm the tiger right here. I'm here to hunt. If you want to take the food out of my mouth, you're going to pay the price.
Joseph, you looking to take the food out of his mouth?
Firstly, I just want to say it's great to be back here in Saudi Arabia. Great to be here with my team. I want to say thank you to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Tyson Fury, Matchroom and Queensbury for getting me on this card. And a major thanks to my sponsors, Vivian, Manuka Doctor, Wild Hydrate, Mad Butcher, who's very mad. And it's, I know Zhang's over there. You know, he said he wants to bang me. I just want to say to Zhang, I'm going to bang you.
Well, it's an interesting way to start, Joe. I like it. Listen, you've got an opponent in common, Joe Joyce. Now, how does it, I guess, does it run through your mind the fact that Joe Joyce beat you in a fight and Zhang dispatched him twice?
Zhang did an excellent job in beating Joe Joyce twice. And the fighter that I was when I fought Joe Joyce, I'm a totally different fighter now. Physically, mentally, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm always up for the challenge. And he's the favorite going into this fight. They say that I'm the underdog, but I'll show you what I can do come fight night.
Joe, it feels like you've taken another step in your career under Andy Lee. I think you delivered arguably the best performance of your career. What's changed? What's happened? Is there something that's clicked? Is something
Listen,
that's...
I have a great team that I fully trust and believe in. Thanks to Tyson for linking me up with Andy Lee, great trainer, and again he linked me up with George Lockhart, another great trainer, nutritionist who we've done some tremendous work. And when everything is going good in camp and everything is balanced and you feel great and you're seeing results, I feel dangerous. I really do. And Zhang's gonna feel that danger.
Now, what have you been working on, I guess, in camp to minimize Zhang's power? He's known as Big Bang, those two incredible knockouts, without giving too much of your game plan away.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see come fight night. We're both ready. Everyone up here is ready for a great night of fights, and we're all getting all our energy back on fight night. We're gonna put it all on display Friday night.
You're gonna put it on display. Can you give us a little insight on how'd you get the win? How'd you get the victory?
I'm gonna go out there and bang him.
We look forward to seeing that. Thank you, Joe. Now, Joe's manager, David Higgins, you've seen it from the outside. You've been there from the start. Could you give us a little bit of an insight into maybe something that's clicked, something that's changed?
Yeah, they say a heavyweight reaches their prime at 35 years old. Joseph Parker's 32. And you hear that saying, oh, I'll fight anyone, or boxer will fight anyone. It's not very true. Only a few boxers will fight anyone. And Joseph's got quite a resume now. You know, there's Chisora twice, Andy Ruiz, Carlos Takam, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Deontay Wilder. That's quite a list for a 32-year-old. And it's a journey. And as Joseph pointed out, everything is clicking. And it's only started clicking in the last 6 months. I've been with Joseph for 11 or 12 years now. It's been a privilege and a bit of a roller coaster, ups and downs. But I can, from the heart, say it's the best Joseph Parker I've ever seen, physically, mentally, spiritually, calm, collected. Andy Lee, George Lockhart, it's an amazing team. I think you can see the confidence. And, you know, just remember that Deontay Wilder fight, the two gentlemen in the middle there were gleefully thinking they're making a fortune. They had the next fight already made, and not many people gave Joseph Parker a chance there, and it was a one-way fight. So, you know, we know how well prepared we are. We've come here to win, and I see Joseph Parker winning the fight emphatically on Friday night.
What is the process when you go to Joe and you give him these incredible boxing names, these dangerous fighters? Is it, oh, not again, we have to do this, or is it gleefully accepting?
No, he never groans. I mean, one thing we've observed is Joseph's at his best busy, and he, you know, when he's been busy, he's had momentum, and it's probably the same for many fighters. And those long layoffs, coming into Joe Joyce, he was nearly 9 months out of the ring or whatever. This year this is his 5th fight in a calendar year. He's at his best, absolute best.
Incredible, great to hear from you. Thank you very much. Now, on to the Predator, Francis Ngannou. Now, Francis, you shocked the world at the back end of last year. I don't think anyone gave you too much of a chance, and you proved them all wrong. How'd you go about shocking the world again?
I think I haven't shocked the world yet. But first of all, I want to thank everybody here for coming here, for making this happen. Every single one here, all the promoters here. I also want to thank His Excellency, my brother, Tuki Alasher. I want to thank AJ for also being part of this. You know, as I said, he always takes 2 to tango. So thank you for being here and for making this happen. But to answer your question, I really think I haven't shocked the world. You know, I'm still in the factory, building, you know, training, learning. And I think when I really gonna get it, I think that's where the world gonna be shocked. I'm just working, building, and learn about the sport, you know, the sport that I love my entire life, but didn't have the opportunity to really do it and gain some experience. And it's just now that I'm really like having that, working on that experience. And I think I'm gonna put something really, really nice. I can put something. I trust the process. I trust my team, the work that we are putting in, you know, so it's gonna pay off.
You know, I was going to say, I didn't give the outfit as much credit as it deserved. Usually it's Eddie Hearn coming up here with the flary outfits, but I have to commend you on that outfit, Francis. It's fantastic. It's fit for a press conference like this. Knockout chaos. Let me tell you, that's a knockout outfit. Now, we saw you spending a lot of time.
Thank you very much. It's my sponsor, Jim Shark, who make it for me with the special designer. I can't pronounce the name though, but
send me the link.
Yeah,
I'm not sure my arms are filling it out though.
Looking up to their boys, so trying to make me look good out here.
No doubt. Now, we saw you spending a lot of time hitting the body bag in yesterday's workout. Is that giving us a clue into your game plan come Friday?
Excuse me?
We saw you hit the body bag for a long time in your open workout. Is that giving us a little bit of a clue into your game plan on Friday?
Everything is a clue. I mean, I have every space that I have an opening, I'm gonna hit. So don't you worry about where is the key or the clue. So I'm not going to let any stone unturned and any opportunity unexplored.
No, that we heard Joseph Parker speak about being happy, being active. I mean, AJ has been extremely active in the last 11, 12 months. What did you make of his performance in December?
Between AJ?
Yeah,
AJ performance? Well, no, he was a flawless performance. He was a great performance. I watched that fight closely, you know. But for me, that doesn't do anything because I know I'm not willing. I know it's going to be a different round. It's going to be a different opponent, a different feeling. You know, we all when we get in the ring, that's when you know the fight, and then when there is a counter, a reaction in front, the fight can be very different, you know. But when there is not a reaction, the fight can also be very different.
We spoke about action. Ben Davison, AJ's trainer, said you'll struggle to do 10 rounds with AJ at the pace he's willing to fight. What do you respond to that?
Yes, that's true. I will struggle to do 10 rounds. I struggle to do 10 rounds. And if anybody doesn't struggle to do 10 rounds, then you are something else. You're not human. You know, I'm human. Everybody gets tired after 10 rounds, you know. So that's right, I'm struggling. And I have no problem with it because it's a learning process. I'm here to learn. And I struggled for the first fight, who was against Tyson Fury. And in fact, I was in that fight questioning myself, like, what would happen when I get in the 4th round? How would I feel? Because I never been in the professional fight, a boxing match for 4 rounds, for 6 rounds, 8 rounds. Then that was 10 rounds. So yes, I did struggle. But I think he struggled as well. Maybe more.
Well, he's sat in the front row here at the presser. He's smiling away, he's grinning, not giving anything away. And maybe that is a fight that we'll see in the future again, who knows? Now, if you get the victory on Friday, will that be your greatest ever achievement in combat sports? I know you've done so much in MMA world, but would this top it all off?
Well, yeah, he will be the best so far. But as I said, I'm just getting started. So I'm really looking for the victory of Friday night, but I don't think that will be making any statement of my career because the road is still long, and I'm really intending to gain a lot of major victory like this. One more over Tyson, because I had the first one over him. I'm intending to have the second one, and he's been bitching about it, which is true.
I just hope I'm not in the middle of these two if they start going at it, let me tell you.
You're going to sleep in the octagon again, and I'm going to wipe the ring with your ass again. You wipe the ring with your ass. There was the blood in the ring. It's sticking in your pants. What is that?
It's really heating up in here now. It's really heating up in here now. Francis is going to give you a chance to respond. I'm going to ask you the next question.
I've already told you, your only chance is in the ring, in the boxing ring with the boxing rules. When you step off of that ring, you better stay 5 meters away before I start your shit. Because if I lose it, you're going to have a really bad time, my friend. So respect the fact that boxing is protecting us, and the rules of boxing is protecting us. Because out of that, without that, you are nothing in front of me. I beat you every day, twice on Sunday.
It's the Saturdays you've got to worry about.
Let's keep it on the fight at hand.
We've got a big fight here Saturday, and
Friday.
Sorry, Friday. Friday we've got a big fight, and the fact of the matter is, the man's here, lineal champion, and I expect him to be the undisputed #1 after the 18th of May, and you've got it all to go for. Here is the opportunity for the big prize. That's it, to get the opportunity to fight the man, and that's what you're all here for. And I would save everything, as you correctly said to me, for Friday, because that's what all matters. That's all that matters.
It's all that matters. The Friday night knockout chaos, the man in the front row is the prize. Now, Francis, how much belief, because it feels like you've gained a lot of belief from your performance against Tyson Fury, win, lose or draw, however you see it. How much does that feel you going into this fight against Anthony Joshua?
Okay, so just to make this clear, last time we spoke before the fight, I didn't believe in myself.
No.
I think I always believe in myself. You know, the reason why I'm here is because I always believe in myself. And doesn't matter the circumstances, doesn't matter the obstacle in front of me, I believe in myself. That doesn't mean that I control the outcome. You know, I believe in the fact that I'm going to go out there and do my best. And I cannot control the outcome. And whatever the outcome is, I'm going to take it, you know. But I believe in in my determination, in my dedication. I believe in the work that I put in order to have what I want. And that's what built my confidence, you know. So I always believe in myself, always. And even though sometimes it doesn't work, but I still believe in myself. I had a great training camp. Everything went well. We all spent a good time. And then we are 2 days out of a fight. We have a good training. Everything was perfect. So there's not a reason not to believe. I know that if I go out there and do my best, there's a big chance that I will go out there with the victory, and I'm going out there for that victory, and I'm going to let everything in that ring on Friday night to come out with a victory.
No doubt. Now, it's time that we bring in Francis Ngannou's longtime trainer, Dewey Cooper. Dewey, you've lost the element of surprise, as it were. Have you done anything different in this camp than you did for your fight against Tyson Fury?
First of all, I'd like to say Assalamu alaikum to Your Excellency, Turkey al-Sheikh, and the kind, beautiful people here in Saudi Arabia. Happy Eid Mubarak as you embark into your Ramadan in a few days. Fighting Tyson Fury, his first fight, was a magnificent challenge. Very complex, highly dimensional boxer. He assimilated so much information from that fight. Of course, he's ready for 2 nights away from now. Of course, he's ready for Anthony Joshua. Of course, he's going to show vast improvements in every aspect: speed, power, conditioning, fight IQ. So just expect an exemplary performance from Francis Ngannou on March 8th. The flaming, ferocious fist of Francis will finish Anthony Joshua.
There we go. My next question was, do you really believe that your man can stop Anthony Joshua? I think you've answered it just then.
I just said it. The flaming, ferocious, furious fist of Francis will in fact finish Joshua.
There we go. Couldn't say it better myself. Now, Eddie, previously, at the very start of all this, was critical of Francis's boxing credentials before he saw him fight. Now, how much extra satisfaction would that be winning on Friday?
Every fight important in this process to try and regain the World Heavyweight Championship is what he wants to do. This is a fight that came out of nowhere. Francis, throughout his achievements in mixed martial arts, earned the right to step up on the big stage. Thought he performed excellently against Tyson Fury and earned the right to fight any heavyweight in the world. I mean, it's quite remarkable that on his professional debut, he fought Tyson Fury, and in his second fight, he's fighting Anthony Joshua. You know, it's a remarkable run as a fighter, and it's a real challenge. But as I said, I don't see any aspect that Francis is better than Anthony in. However, he's strong, he's powerful, and he's dangerous. So Ben and Lee will keep AJ disciplined, and he'll do what he does, and that's perform. And I think this is the best Anthony Joshua we've ever seen in his career. The sharpest he's been, the most confident he's been, the calmest he's been, and he's done it all in his career. He's fought all styles. You know, he's boxed everywhere under all conditions: Madison Square Garden, Wembley Stadium, Millennium Stadium, all around Britain. Twice in Riyadh now, 3 times in Riyadh, once in Jeddah. I mean, there isn't any moment, any style he hasn't experienced in his sport. He's now an experienced fighter, and that will be the difference on Friday night. But we respect these guys. They're real. And AJ knows that as well, and he's trained accordingly and ready to show the world that, as I said, I believe he's the best heavyweight on the planet.
It's time to bring in Ben Davison, trainer of Anthony Joshua. Now, it feels like you guys, Ben, have really gelled over the past few months. It seems like that everything you do seems to be working. How has it been working with him on a day-to-day basis? You see him, you know, in the nuts and bolts, the grind, day-to-day in the gym.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to work with. He's the ultimate professional, and he loves boxing. So obviously that drives us. We're passionate about boxing. He's passionate about boxing, and it makes for an enjoyable partnership.
Now, there's been talk this week in the build-up of resilience and a little bit about heart. I mean, you see him every single day. How would you respond to those critics?
We're going to find out on Friday.
Man, a few words, I like it. It's strong words as well. Now, you've spoken about this 10-round fight and Ngannou potentially struggling to fight at that pace. Is that the key? Is it push the pace, tire him out, and hurt him late?
I just think, you know, there's probably a false sense of confidence taken from the previous fight that he had. I think it's going to be a completely different situation. We've prepared for him respectfully, professionally, and I think, you know, same as everybody. Nobody knew what to expect last time. Nobody knew, you know, everybody, being honest, was slightly dismissive. Now we know that's not the case. And I think, you know, yes, you can say there was a lot of experience to have taken last time, but I still think it's going to be a whole new experience.
Do you feel like, I asked Dewey about losing the element of surprise, do you feel that that's I guess a confidence booster, a bonus that you've now seen 12 rounds of Francis Ngannou in a boxing ring to study?
Yeah, to a degree, but I think Dewey's an experienced coach, and I think that to think that he's only got one layer to his game would again be underestimating him, and we've not done that. So we're prepared for him to have some new layers to his game. And again, we're going to find out on Friday, but we're very well prepared.
No doubt. Thanks for your time. Now it's time to bring in Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Anthony, we just heard from Ben. How has it been being back in camp with Ben? It feels like you two have got a real good bond. You two get each other.
God is good. Life is good. No complaining. Had about 10 days off. Get straight back to basics. Get back on the grind. God is good. We're happy.
Now, you're coming off the back of an incredible performance in December. What can we expect to see come Friday night? Come on, give us a little bit of insight into what's going through that mind.
All be revealed, innit? Just straight up war, relentlessness, good fight. And that's what everyone's here for, good fight. So yeah, stay tuned. If you're here, I appreciate everyone coming out. Much appreciated. His Excellency as well for putting the show on. And if you're at home, you know the score. Make sure you get it live on pay-per-view.
Always got to get the pitch in, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting paid for this, bro.
He's got pay-per-view points, I could tell. There's obviously an incredible incentive for the winner of this fight.
We're not looking past this fight. This is my main focus. Yeah, so the incentives and all that stuff is just to win. That's it. Just focus on my game plan and what I got to do.
You know what? That makes sense. I was hoping you give me a little juicy gossip. We need a clip. We need something.
Let me see. He said he's got
AJ's AirPods. Everyone's asking what is playing in AJ's left AirPod. What's on the playlist?
Let me see what I got for you people, yeah?
Come on, this is the question we all wanted answered.
All right, listen what we've got, right? You want to hear something? I don't know. I'll listen. You ready?
And he's actually connected now.
He's got some lyrics.
You got some old school garage going on now.
Trust me. You know,
is that what's going on in camp? Is that the mood? Is that the vibe? That the energy?
Just music. I don't know why there's a big conspiracy of what I listen to on my AirPod. I don't know what the big deal is.
Francis thought he sold it. Have you seen the Instagram video that Francis put up about what's going on, what's playing in your AirPod?
No, what's he got playing on?
You better ask him.
I don't know. I was just listening. I found your AirPod and I was just listening, and it was playing a lot of different stuff.
All good. But yeah, so back to the fight business.
How do you prepare for someone like Francis Ngannou? We said you've seen 12 rounds of him. I've seen interviews where you say you've studied him in the cage, his stand-up.
Yeah.
But it's different than fighting your average boxer.
Well, he's been boxing. His first dream was to be a boxer, which people forget, and he was part of the Cameroonian team. He started MMA, I think, was it 24 or 26? So that wasn't the first time he started hitting the heavy bag or hitting pads. He had been doing it from a young age. His dream was always to be a boxer. So I know what I'm up against. You know, I look at all these small details, but I spar, I do my film study, all that type of stuff. I keep it professional, but on the night, that's different. All that textbook stuff goes out the window, and you just got to be relentless. Give it your best. It's already written in the stars what's going to happen. I'm just going to follow my destiny.
Do you ever feel that pressure to give?
Always.
To give number one, perform. Obviously, everyone expects a certain level of you, but also to give the boxing fans, not just British boxing fans, boxing fans, the fight they want. Obviously, there's a man over here. I know we're not talking about, but you win, and that's the end goal.
It's my duty.
Of course, it means
it's our duty to do what we got to do. It's our duty to. We work for these people out here. Do you know what I mean? These are the fights that they want to see. We're here to entertain them. So I feel the pressure, but that's the life. That's what I signed up to do. This is what I've devoted my life to do. So bring every challenge, every competition. And I'll step up to the plate. You know, I've been in the ring with Zhang. We've shared the ring before. I've shared the ring with Parker. I'm going to share the ring with Francis. One day I'll share the ring with Tyson. The last fight, I shared the ring with Wallin. I signed to fight Baby Miller. I sparred Dubois. I signed to fight Bronze Bomber. I'm serious about the game, innit? This is just what we do. It's my duty to work for these guys and give them entertaining nights.
That's true. I mean, Eddie said you've seen every look in your time in boxing. Now, one look maybe you haven't seen is obviously Francis coming at you in the ring. He says he plans to knock you out.
Let's go.
He's looking for that shot.
Let's go.
Are you fighting fire with fire?
100%. Let's go.
All right, this
the best man will always win. It's not rocket science, as my boy Cena says. The best man will always win. You know, it's not rocket science, isn't it? The best man will always win. But one of the main things I'm looking forward to is showing how good I am.
And I think you've said before in interviews that people underestimate you. They maybe don't give you the credit that you deserve.
Not the credit. I don't want the credit, but
you just want them to look at you and go, yeah, this guy can.
No, I don't know. But I just know people find out when they're in the ring, innit? But we'll see. Friday will soon come. Friday will soon go. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the occasion.
No doubt about it. Now,
so do I. Let's go.
Let's go. Have you got any final words for each other? Because I know it's all been quite nice in the build-up.
I was going to ask, is there any questions that anyone wants to ask? Because I know you guys have been sitting quietly. Is there any questions from the public? Anyone wants to ask any questions before we wrap up? Big boss at the top. Yes, Africa's on the map. My next door neighbor, Cameroon. I see you all up there. Flags, everyone's looking amazing. Let's go. Yes. That'll be good. It's going to be a good night.
Any final words for Francis Ngannou?
You can keep the AirPod.
Keep the AirPod.
Thank you. Truly.
Keep the playlist. Francis, final words for Anthony Joshua, the man that you're going to go face-to-face with Friday night.
Well, good luck on Friday night.
Respect.
I'll see you there.
Let's go.
There we go, guys. That is all we have time for. Thank you very much. Any final words? I'm going to give you, Frank, Eddie, the last word here in this press conference.
Look, it's going to be a marvellous night. Wherever you're watching the fight, don't blink. It's going to be a great main event, and obviously all the undercard, as we said, are fabulous fights. I also want to just give a mention to George Warren and Spencer Brown for all the work they've also done behind the scenes to make this such a success.
Yeah, echo that. Tune in. Friday night, don't forget, Friday night live on DAZN around the world. An incredible card, top to bottom. Good luck to both men. Good luck to all fighters on the card. Stay safe and God bless.
No doubt, I think it's time for face-offs. Congratulations, everybody. Nick, you're up first.
There you go. That concludes the press conference for Knockout Chaos. Again, this is now the conclusion of day 3. Remember, day 4, the weigh-in. Day 5, they throw hands. What did you guys make of it? Press conference, come on, what do you make of it?
Look, again, similar to the first press conference. Very, very confident individuals on that stage, speaking truth. And look, I think they're just, like all of us here, willing and waiting for that first bell.
You're being too kind, Darren. I wanted to see something. I wanted more. I wanted more action. I wanted a bit more, not violence, I wanted a bit more.
Well, let's hope then on Friday night, all of that anger, that spite, that ambition comes out in the ring, and that's what we want to see. All of this is good. All of this is good, but what we really want to see is explosive action on fight night.
But somebody needed to poke the bear there, and it never happened, unfortunately. But Francis Ngannou looks extremely confident. And why wouldn't he? He just pushed the heavyweight champion of the world, of course.
Look at the size difference here, by the way. I mean, Nick Ball's 5'2". I'm going to say Ray Vargas compared to Frank. Ray Vargas is about 5'10".
Oh,
wow.
Easily. On BoxRec, he's 5'7" or something, and that's ridiculous. He's 5'10" at least. Yeah. He's massive for the weight.
Great fight, that one. Great fight. Ariel, what did you make of the presser? I know you will have your interesting takes.
Do have to thank Tyson Fury. I think he injected some excitement there from afar. I wish we had a mic on him. If I could nitpick, I would say I wish Francis and AJ were up there by themselves. I would have liked to hear from them earlier. I thought Francis, who is not really much of a trash talker, brought it. I love the AirPod bit, so that gave us something to chew on, but we need more. We were talking earlier about boxing needing to evolve a little bit and get a little bit more energy. These press conferences need to evolve a little bit. We don't need to hear from every single person and ask them 10,000 questions. We want to hear from Francis and AJ. We needed to hear from them earlier.
Oh, look at this one. Now this fight, my 50-50 pick'em fight, is going to deliver. Zhili Zhang versus Joseph Parker, and that's a real stare down.
But look at the size on Zhang as well.
And Joseph Parker is no small man. Yeah, that's great. This is a great fight.
This is the real 50-50 on the card.
Some may say this is the real main event. Not me, some may say that.
The people's main event.
There you go, the people's main event.
I like Parker saying, I'm going to bang Zhang this time. He kind of turned the tables. That was fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Two big boys, let's see.
Oh, my dear.
Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua. They both got their thing in it. Francis and Ngannou always wear glasses. AJ's always got one earpod. That's their thing.
And now Francis is rocking the AirPod. It's the battle of the
Has he got the AirPod? I can't see from the angle. Has he got the AirPod?
It's fantastic.
And now we know what's playing on the AirPod.
That's not what really's playing. He's got. There's another secret playlist that AJ's not revealing.
I want to see him get close.
Oh
yeah, I need nose to nose here. Here we go. Come on. No one get involved. Nose to nose. Closer. Closer. Come on. You know, as big as Ngannou is, and he is a humongous man, AJ is no small chicken, is he?
Nah,
AJ's huge as well.
Absolute unit.
You know what I love about Francis? He's got a half smirk. It's almost like he knows something that we don't.
Yes.
Half a smirk there from Francis. The confidence is just oozing out of him.
Oh, that's a bit cheeky, that is.
Got to pay the bills.
Come on, Mike. Where's the mic? Get a mic in there. I need a mic. I need to hear what they're saying.
That. We need to
What
hear
was
what
that?
they're
What
saying.
was any lip readers, please? I need to know what was said there. It's important.
Do you know what? We've been saying how big Ngannou is. You look
AJ
at him
looks
there.
enormous.
AJ's long, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, AJ looks enormous as well. I'd love to know, you know, we always used to kind of wonder, what does AJ weigh? No one's really asking those questions anymore. He might be close to the 18 stone mark there. He looks really big.
He does, and he looks good for it, I must say. He looks big, but he looks lean. Looks nimble also when we see him moving around in the build-up.
Who's he shaking hands with there? Who's that? Who's in the front there?
Alistair Overeem.
Who was that? Oh, was that Alistair Overeem?
Yeah.
Yes.
Former kickboxing, former MMA champion. A man who Francis Ngannou once knocked out in Detroit in 2018, one of the most scary knockouts that I've ever seen. I thought Alistair's head was going to fall off his neck.
It was the scariest uppercut I think I've ever seen. It's like the uppercut came from South Central LA.
It was unbelievable.
It was fantastic, it really was. Where's AJ going? Is he out of here? There you go. Oh, by the way, nice reference to the little Rocky music in the background. I like that.
Never seen it.
What'd you say?
Never seen it.
Okay, can someone take Ariel's mic from him, please, and get him off this stage now? Too much MMA influence in this stage right now. All right, look, here's a reminder of what's coming your way on Friday night. Don't forget, we've got 4 fights that are available free to air from 3 o'clock in the UK. We start with Andrei Novitsky versus Juan Torres. Ziad Almayouf will take on Christian Lopez Flores. Roman Fury takes on Martin Spark. And then I really think this could be a 50-50 fight. Jack McGann versus Lewis Green. The main broadcast begins at 6 o'clock GMT. Justice Hooney, apologies, takes on Kevin Larena. Gavin Gwynn will take on Mark Chamberlain. Israel Madrimov versus Magomed Kurbanov. Remember, that's on the WBA World Super Welterweight title. Ray Vargas takes on Nick Bull for the WBC World Featherweight title. And this one, fantastic co-main event. Jili Zhang will take on Joseph Park for the interim WBO World Heavyweight Championship. And AJ will take on Francis Ngannou. 10-round affair in our main event. You know, can I just say something? Darren Barker always laughs, and I thought he was going to laugh when I couldn't say Kurbanov there. But he held on. The professionalism of my team. They didn't laugh at me. They were going to. Well done, team.
We're laughing on the inside, my friend.
All of you, yeah? Just laughing at me.
We love you.
Just laughing at me.
You don't make many mistakes.
All right, sometimes do, and they were like that. But we keep the ball rolling, we do. Look, that was the end of day 3. It has been exciting. Obviously, look, weigh-ins tomorrow, which are going to be interesting. Especially for the guys that have to make weight. I'm so intrigued as to see what Gavin Gwynn looks like on the scale at 135.
I was speaking to Gavin earlier on, actually, and he's starting to look a little bit drawn. Listen, making weight's hard for everybody, so you're going to look drawn, but he's eager to get on the scales, he said. He cannot wait. So as soon as they see the medical at 10 o'clock, the weigh-in's about around 12, they said the official weigh-in, so I think he's going to try and get first to the scales and then first to the dinner queue.
And Ray Vargas.
Yeah.
See how tall he is. How big he is. I mean, that's got to be a struggle also.
Ariel, I've had predictions from everyone about the co-main event because I'm so intrigued. I think Barry, fair to say, has gone Zhang. Yeah. You're kind of on the fence, but maybe Joseph.
No, Zhang.
Gone Zhang as well? Okay. I'm going Parker. Where are you going? Parker, there you go.
No, I wanted to be the dissenter, but I have to go with Jili Zhang. So impressed with what he did the first time against Joyce, the second time against Joyce. You know, in an alternate universe, this co-main event is Joe Joyce versus Deontay Wilder, right? Both these guys came in and spoiled the party. Zhang twice against Joyce, and of course Parker in December against Deontay Wilder. So I can't bet against the New Jersey native now, Zhilei Zhang, who has done incredible things since moving to Bloomfield, New Jersey. Shout out. I'm not betting against that man. He has looked so good, so measured, so impressive. Parker as well, but if I had to pick one, I'm going with Big Bang Zhang.
Just so, obviously, we kind of all dress quite similar.
That's a
in
team
terms
right
of our outfit, and obviously come with a blazer. I'm doing a double-breasted tomorrow, though.
Okay.
For the weigh-in.
Okay.
Double-breasted?
That's Friday. That's fight night.
Yeah, okay. Double-breasted?
No.
No? Suit jacket tomorrow?
Can I just say, I don't care what you wear. I'm so excited to be here. When I saw those two, I've never been to an Anthony Joshua fight before. I've had the pleasure of being to many Francis Ngannou fights, of course, but I'm the new kid on the block, and I love AJ. I truly love him. I've been watching him since the Olympics in 2012.
Stop this,
and
Bill.
just
Stop what you're doing right now, because you're going to
both
talk about
men
it.
together is incredible. Francis, of course, shocked the world in October. He will shock the world on Friday. But just being here in the build-up is really something, and it's an honor to be here with you guys. I'm buzzing right now. I feel like I'm on cloud, I don't know what it is, 13. It's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, no, Francis might shock the world. We're neutral.
We are neutral, yes,
yeah,
of course.
neutral.
Mr. Team AJ over here.
We will,
Open your jacket. Let's see the t-shirt. Team AJ. Yeah.
It's round the back, actually. It's round the back.
And also, it's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
It is okay. It is okay.
I wasn't wrong in October.
Team boxing here. Team boxing. We will see you guys tomorrow for the weigh-ins. It's been fun. 3 days are done. 2 more to go. Don't forget, scan that QR code, because Friday is fast approaching and you don't want to miss it.
Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th. Joshua versus Ngannou. His earthquaking power shocked the world. The left fury floored.
Big shot from Ngannou.
Now back into the ring. He seeks to knock down and knock out. But AJ is back. The pursuit of 3 times world champ is on. It's all to fight for in knockout chaos. Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th.